tough situation because Andy, I hate to say this, dude, but he's getting older, and he, you know, the clients weren't very happy, dude. But at the same time, I could see it from their point of view, you know, and they asked for my information for work down the road on tile. So I took on the tile job, I took on service, and then I sent them a quote a few days ago to drain the pool. So that's what I'm gonna go do right now. We're gonna drain the pool. For that to pop off in the middle of the drain. Dude, it's so nice. I mean, not even the people in Indian Wells have this. What's so special about Desert Hot Springs? The water is some of the best in the world. The views, the air quality. We can fly to the next job. Getting the C61 D38 sand and water blasting contractor's license really, you know, brought to light that business and that additional service that we provide. You know, like one of those services that isn't like ongoing all the time. We don't really advertise too much on tile cleaning. We just kind of take it as it comes. I got this from Interstate Trailers. My wife made me get my contractor's license before I could buy anything. Air compressor from Harbor Freight. Bought everything cash. I got a really nice 200 a foot Cox wheel. I got the hopper tank off Amazon. I've got a Optima battery, dude, that the air compressor runs off of, so it does actually like a key start, dude, which is badass, bro. Fire it up real quick for you, man. See here. So anyways, man, I got a leaf blower, hoses for draining, dude. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Calcium removal with high pressure abrasive material called Pools Incorporated. We'll get your pool clean. We'll get you taken care of. This is the old heater that I took out. This is the part that I need. If I don't have this, dude, I'm screwed. And this heater was like 14 years old. It wasn't firing up. It had a corroded gas line. We did a few things to try to get it going. Ultimately, it was just a better situation to completely replace it. So we're going to be picking up a new heater for the client today in La Quinta and taking you guys along for the install. What are we here for at the supply house? I'm going to grab a heater. Give me a minute. Big stuff, chemicals, heaters, parts, pumps, filters. You come to the back.
That's it?
Yep, that's it, man. Appreciate you, dude.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, it's super bloom, dude. After you get the winter rains, and then spring comes and it gets hot, everything starts growing and flowering.
Yeah. So that probably keeps you really busy too with the pools, huh?
Well, yeah, spring's tough, dude, because everyone wants to go swimming. And then the wind's blowing, like you said, gang of leaves. Yeah, I kind of, you know, what's crazy is I was a stepchild, and my stepdad and my step-grandfather were in the pool industry. My step-grandpa, he started pools in 1969. You know, all my family was in, my cousin had a big pool business, and I really struggled for like a long time to be on their level. They always had more pools than me. I was like, at one point in time in my life, I was like, man, like, I'm not blood related. Like, you know, this isn't for me, you know? And then come to find out, dude, I fucking get my contractor's license, and fucking no one in my family was ever licensed, dude. So I'm the first person to be a licensed, bonded, insured contractor.
That's cool.
In the family. My grandpa was super proud, dude. I wrote my high school exit exam on the swimming pool industry and stated that I was going to be in the pool business for the rest of my life and make a good earning doing it. To bank off what you're saying, yeah, a lot of people are interested in how I acquired my contractor's license or how one would acquire a contractor's license. First, you have to know what license you want, and then you have to try to find a licensed contractor that has that license, and then you're going to work under him for 4 years and hope that at the end of that 4 years, they're going to sign your piece of paper that says you worked for them for 4 years. And the chances of that happening are like close to zero. Because why the fuck would I give someone the right to compete against me after 4 years? And I've always thought about building a pool business that you know, as crazy as it sounds, like, come work for me and have the opportunity to become a licensed contractor. And that's fine, because even then they still have to study and pass the law exam.
Not only that, but they also have to build their own clientele. That's hard. Like,
Yeah,
so it's like,
and maintain the bonds and maintain the licensing, which is all annual fees and reoccurring fees.
yeah.
And then you got to wrap up your licensing and S corps and fucking, like, it's just a big can of worms. They said that this desert is going through like one of the largest wealth transformations. I mean, some of the, like, there's just so much money in this desert. Dude.
Yeah.
It's a gold mine. Yeah, some days all the extracurriculars are so bad that I can't even get to a fucking pool to clean. I've got a certain amount of money that I make for cleaning pools, and that number doesn't really change very much. My side hustles are like all the repairs, and depending on how much I hustle and how much shit breaks down will determine how much I make on the side. Yeah, I trip out how people make their money too. Good morning, gentlemen.
You good, Wes?
Thank you.
Good.
You too. Okay, so this is my job site. Oh shit. That's what happens when you forget the dolly. Do as I say, not as I do. This heater doesn't fire up. There's a problem with the gas line in the ground. Gas line complete. Inlet, outlet complete. We got to do the bonding. Okay. Plumbing, electrical, bonding, and gas line. We can get some flow, so the pressure switch can register flow in the heater. I don't see any leaks on the inlet or outlet. Got the heating light. Waiting for ignition. Did the exact same thing as the old heater. That's bad. Or it's igniting, but it's not staying lit. I think this was my biggest fear of like this happening today, because I knew it would be on camera, and you know, but it is what it is, man. You know, I picked up this pool. The heater wasn't, it was doing the same thing. The gas line was corroded at the ground. It's a safety issue. You could smell the gas. There was a big gas leak, so we put in a new gas line, and it did the same thing. So unfortunately, I, you know, possibly misdiagnosed, and we still got the same problem. Customer's not going to be very happy. Bet you it's the gas meter. Gas meter's undersized, not enough gas coming in. And moving forward, anytime I've got a problem like that, I'm going to tell the client, call the gas company, because the gas company's free. They'll come out. The client doesn't have to do anything but make a phone call, and they'll check everything else and make sure everything's good. You know, but I'm going to be honest with the client. I'm going to tell them, look, man, if I could go back and start over, I'd say let's call the gas company before we do anything. And they probably would have upgraded the meter. We probably could have just did a gas line and still rocked a 12, 14-year-old heater, dude. But it is what it is, man. I'm going to clean the pool while I'm here, because that's what I always do. If I ever come to a property and do a repair or diagnosis, I'm going to clean it and check it off for the week. Hey Ron, how you doing, man?
Good.
The reason why I'm calling is I went and picked up a new heater this morning at the supply house, came over to the property and installed it, and you're not going to believe this, but it's doing the exact same thing as the old heater. It fires up, stays lit for a few seconds, and cuts out. And so at this point, I'm kind of at a loss, and I want to have you call the gas company. There's got to be another gas leak in the ground somewhere, or the meter is potentially undersized.
So
Okay.
The only thing I can say, since you replaced the gas line
And the heater.
over by the gas meter, there's a seismic gas valve. I wonder if that's got triggered and the gas got shut off. There's no reason for me to call the gas company because I never had a problem. So it's disappointing, to spend, $5,000 plus 2,400, 2,500 bucks.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like almost 10 grand to be in the same spot I am now.
Yeah, no, I agree, and that's what's making my day so difficult as well.
No, I appreciate you being honest. The gas meter there, you know where that is, right? And it's on the right side of the house. I think
This is the pool heater right here. That's the gas line. Call the gas company to come out and make sure that line's good. Courtney's dad, Gary, wants me to call him. This is the guy that referred me to this job. Hey Gary, how you doing? So we did a new gas line. The gas line was corroded at the ground. It was leaking heavily. The heater was showing symptoms of low gas pressure. Ran a whole new gas line. Everything's tight and clean. And when we went to go start the heater, we experienced the same symptoms. So I put in a new igniter. The screen was clean. Everything was good. And, I told this to Ron. I said, hey, Ron, I'm kind of spinning my wheels over here. He says, you know what, man? He says, just throw in the towel. Let's do a new heater. So I gave him a really good price, $5,000, for a heater. And installed a new heater, go to fire up the brand new heater, and it's doing the exact same thing. There's got to be a bigger problem here, and if we can, I'd love to call the gas company out and have them inspect the meter and make sure that we're getting enough gas volume from the meter, and then also have them, take a look and see if there's possibly another leak somewhere between the heater and the gas supply. He didn't seem too excited about calling the gas company. He said that they had something installed on the gas line for insurance purposes.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if that's causing a problem, but like I explained to him, we're chasing, you know, the problem that we got when we got here, which was low gas pressure. I think the only thing to do from here is have the gas company come out, and if they say everything's fine, then I don't know what else.
Where was the gas meter? Is that out in front?
It took me a minute to find it. There's a little nook over here with a couple AC units right in the front by the mailbox.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And that's where, is that where you can shut it off from?
Yep, exactly. There's a shutoff over there in the area with the gas valve, and then there's another shutoff at the heater itself, and both of them are on, and the heater's igniting, but like I said, it's just not staying lit. The device is limiting the amount of gas that's going to the heater, or there's got to be another leak in the ground somewhere else. Okay.
Okay, let me give him a call. I'll say call it.
Yep, have them call the gas company and see, you know, what they say, and then we'll go from there. I think that's the best thing. You got it, Gary. Bye.
Bye.
I'm like, that's stressful, man, you know?
You don't know how people are gonna react.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, I'm being honest as I can. You know what I mean? I'm not lying about anything, and you know, we'll see what happens with the gas company, dude. I'm gonna grab my equipment, snag a few more leaves, and get out of here and get back on the route, because as of right now, I think for repairs, that's it, dude. Like big stuff. But since we were there, knocked it out and checked it off for the week. That's my first pool clean for the week. That kicks off the week. 2 jobs, 1 pull down. About 60 more stops to go till Friday.
Yoski broski,
What's up, Matt?
what's happening?
So remember I called you about that heater, dude, where I replaced the gas line and it still wouldn't ignite, dude, and you told me to take the screen and inspect the screen and all that?
Yep.
Well, the customer told me to fucking give up trying to fix the heater and just to put a new heater in, right?
Okay.
So I got a new gas line, new heater, dude. Fucking go to fire up the brand new heater. It does the exact same thing, dude, as the old heater and the old gas line. It fires up and whoosh, and cuts out a second later, dude.
Are they on propane or natural gas?
I would natural gas.
I would look into the fuel, dude.
I went and inspected the gas meter, and I don't see like a regular gas meter. I see like a lot of gas lines and shit, and the main coming from the ground. But there's like, it looks a little different than what you're used to seeing at a regular residential home.
Gotcha. Honestly, dude, I hate to say it, but I'd put a gauge on the fucking gas valve and find out what the fuck's going on.
Hey Kevin, what kind of heater did you pull out that was originally in it?
It was a 12-year-old master temp. I put in a brand new master temp. Fucking everything lined up the same, electrical, gas, bonding, and inlet and outlet. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and fucking.
But if it's firing and not continuing to run, it's a fuel supply.
What size is the feed line that runs to the heater?
I believe it's 2-inch.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any issues at that point.
Yeah.
What's the run on the gas line?
He says he can't find the meter though, which is interesting.
Well, I found what you would call a meter, and then I spoke with the client, and he said they installed a device on the gas line for insurance purposes.
There you go. So that earthquake device they've put on the gas line shuts the gas down.
Well, it's either that or it's restricted.
Or it's restricting it to the point that you can't get enough fuel to your heater.
When he said that on the phone, I'm like, fuck, dude. I mean, if I would have had him call the gas company, dude, I could have got that 12-year-old fucking master temp up and running, dude.
You could have probably. Yeah, it's probably nothing wrong. What happens is in a gas line sits, you get a poof of gas, dude, that'll give it just enough to fire. But then if you don't have continuous fuel to keep it running, it's just going to drop off. It's sounding to me like whatever earthquake device that they've put on this gas line is restricting or shutting the gas down when you're grabbing a burst of fuel.
It's got to be restricting it, dude, because I've let the gas valve open with the gas line not connected to the pool heater to like let it bleed and make sure I'm getting gas and like, you know. And
is it like?
No,
is
it's low pressure, bro. It's definitely not like whoo, you know, like it's not ripping, dude.
Yeah, that's your problem.
So,
100%.
So I'm 2,200 in on a gas line and $5,000 in on a heater. He spent $7,200 and fucking altogether it was the dumb earthquake fucking device.
That somebody had installed, correct?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the heater was 12 years old. The gas line was corroded. That's my saving grace, dude.
Absolutely, but you can put a gauge on the end of the fucking gas line, bro, and turn it on and see fucking how many fucking water column you're getting, dude.
How many CFMs or whatever? What's like the volume?
No, gas is measured in water column.
Water column?
Be actually measured in CFM.
Well, maybe it can, but yeah. From my, and this is what I know, you need a minimum of 3.5 water column to run a Master 10400. 3 to 7 is what I was told. It'll probably ignite on fucking a 1.5 to 2 water column, no problem. It'll ignite, but it won't sustain. It won't continue to run after that.
Wow.
It's definitely a fuel. It's definitely a fuel issue. If there was some way you could grab off of another gas line somehow and hook to that heater, you'd know for sure.
Okay. Well, you guys are fucking geniuses. It sucks, huh? When you spin your wheels, dude. It's like.
Yep. It does, but what do you do?
Yeah. Right on, bro. Well, I appreciate you guys, dude. I'm gonna give the homeowner a call and let him know that I talked to some
professionals.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna tell him I talked to some professionals, dude, and
That's the only thing that we can think that would be causing it, because if it's actually firing, that means it's going through all of its safety circuits, which is exactly what it's supposed to do.
Yep. Does that mean that the earthquake thing is like malfunctioning or some shit?
You understand that pool heaters are the biggest fucking gas draw out of anything in the house.
Any appliance.
Even your water heater, even your fucking oven will
Not take the fucking gas that your heater will.
Okay.
They're talking 400,000 BTUs, dude.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you know, if they didn't set it, the fucking earthquake valve is not made to flow that much gas. It's just going to create a natural restriction, but it's not letting enough through for the heater.
The heater itself.
Okay. It'll be interesting to see what the gas company does now, I guess, to see if they are going to have to remove the device, or I guess that would be up to the, or maybe, like you said, run it separately, dude,
Or upsize it.
Yeah, or make it,
Upside.
capable of moving fucking enough volume to run a 400,000 BTU appliance.
So what happened was when that fucking thing got installed, that's when his heater fucking took a shit, dude.
More than
Ding, 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 ding,
Ding,
ding.
ding, 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 yeah. Yeah, well, the last pool guy was Gabe's Pools, and he was upset. He goes, "Oh, you just wanted to sell me a new heater for $7,000." I said, let me try to figure this thing out, dude. And see if I could get this 12-year-old heater working, dude. And I had Sergio come in, do the new gas line, and he's like, "Bro, throw in the towel, dog. It's 12 years old." And I'm like, "Bro, fuck you. I want to figure it out, man." Like,
Yeah. I know.
Well, we'll see what happens, man. I'll let you know, what transpires, so you guys can, put that in your, for your knowledge or whatever,
I'd almost be willing to bet that that's the problem, bro.
Oh, I got the client on the other line, dude. Let me let you go, Matt.
Later, bro.
Okay, thank you. Hey, Ron.
Hey, Kevin. When I call the gas company, it's a fucking AI prompt. Should I just report a gas leak? Should I report a gas leak?
I just got off the phone with my buddy that signed off on my contractor's license. I let him know the entire story, and as soon as I said that you put on a device for insurance purposes, he says, "That's your problem right there." He says they probably put on an earthquake device, and what happens is pool heaters consume the largest amount of gas out of any of your appliances, 400,000 BTUs. He says, I guarantee you that earthquake device is limiting the supply of gas to the pool heater. He said they should have an independent gas line that's ran to the pool heater and then run the device on everything else but the pool heater. And he says, I guarantee you 100% everything you're telling me, it's got to be that device.
That's what I thought.
So
okay. That's been the problem from day one.
Has it really? Yeah, no, exactly, dude. That's what I told him. I said, so the heater problems started the day that device was installed.
Yes. You know, going back, you know, that's why I mentioned it to you. It's like I wonder if it's shut off, but now what do we got to do?
So now we need to get the gas company out there, and unfortunately, and have them either remove that device or do a workaround where they run a.
Well, they didn't install it. I had to have a plumbing company install it for my insurance.
Okay.
So they installed a Moen water shutoff by the water meter in front of the house, and the guy installed that seismic gas valve. I don't know. Did you find it? Did you go see it?
I did. Yeah, I did. I found it. You know, if I could go back, man, I wish I would have just had you call the gas company right from the get-go, because it was just symptoms of low gas pressure, man, and I was just kind of running circles chasing my tail, you know.
Do I call the plumbing company that installed it? Hey, you guys, you installed a device and my pool heater doesn't work.
That's an option, or maybe give Gary a call and see what his recommendation would be to move forward on that.
Yeah.
I don't know if the plumbing company has a larger device where it could supply the right amount of fuel to the gas heater, and we don't have.
Let me try calling that company I had do it, and I'll get back to you and let you know.
Okay, sounds good, Ron.
All right,
Thanks,
bye.
bye. It's done. Bro. But that's that's the daily life, man.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
You got to
dude.
problem solve.
Yeah. And then I get back to cleaning pools, and I'm like, okay, like I can't fuck this up. You know, this is just so easy, dude, compared to everything else that goes on in the business. I think it's hilarious, dude, that people, you know, like view cleaning pools as like a bottom end thing, and it's like, you know, like that's my bread and butter is cleaning the pools, because once you get the accounts, then all these problems come along with it that make money, and it's like
upsells. Yeah.
gotta clean
Jobs,
the pools,
yeah.
man. Gotta clean the pools. Incorporated.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm just now getting up to the Yucca Valley and Joshua Tree area. I was getting ready to head to 29 Palms. With like within the next hour workout for you.
Yeah, that works.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you do me a favor and send me your address if you haven't sent it already? I don't have it, so that way I know where I'm going, and as soon as I've got an ETA on my GPS, I'll send you a notification.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks.
I've never measured a above ground pool before, so I'm gonna be shooting from the hip and faking it till I make it on this one, dude. There's a specific way to measure the in-ground pool to acquire the correct measurements in order to purchase the correct size liner for the pool. 21 minutes away.
Smaller ones, and I just use some tape. They're just less seasoned, but we can get it replaced, and then
Not a
we're
problem.
only here for another year.
Oh, is that right? Oh, okay.
And then we'll probably put something in place. So,
Okay. So just trying to get through another summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take some measurements, if you don't mind. I'm gonna jump in here and he's gonna help me out, take a few measurements,
All right.
and then that way I could, make sure I get the right size liner for you
Sounds
guys.
good.
There we go. So there's a tear here. There's
Oh, I see him.
here
There's a few of them.
and here and here. It says they're selling the house, and essentially they're just trying to make it through one more summer here in 29 Palms. So we've got length, width, and depth. Got my 3 measurements, and we'll try to work up some numbers for a new liner and what it's going to take to get that installed. And then he also is inquiring about service as well. Now that we've got all of our measurements, wrap things up with the client and work on getting him that quote. Got all my measurements necessary. I'll send you a few different options for liners, and you and your wife could take a look at them and see what you like, and then I'll give you a separate quote for service as well.
Okay.
And then if you could just give me a few days to put that all together,
Yeah.
we all set.
Sounds good.
Cool. Appreciate you guys.
So basically, like if you're sick or something like that, you just have to show up to work.
Just go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just move slow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if like anyone's got something to say about that, I'm like, you're fucking lucky I'm even here, dude.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, there's no like,
You fall too far
Back
behind.
up, dude.
Yeah.
dude, I was like turning a hose on to clean a filter, and I don't know what happened. This is like a year ago, and my wrist fucking snapped, and like I heard a crack, and I fucking like lost all strength, dude. Like my
Yeah.
whole arm just went dead.
Yeah.
And I was like terrified, dude. And then I went to the doctor, and they said I fractured it. They did an X-ray, and they said I fractured it, and they gave me a wristband. And I just went to work the next day, and I continued working the whole rest of the day either too. I was like using my forearm and shit, like all
I
like
gotta figure it out. Yeah.
yeah, and I just kept pushing. And I'm like, what else are you gonna do? But that, you know, if you could just get like a little cough and you're like, oh, I don't feel good, I'm gonna stay home and rest.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that, dude? Like, it's pussy shit.
Yeah.
Isn't life too fast nowadays for that? Everything's go, 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 right here, right now.
You don't have a choice on you. Now you may fall too far behind.
Yeah. So you gotta stick to that chlorinated water.
Yeah.
That's the only way to get sick, dude.
Like chlorine keeps me working.
People are like, oh, I'm sick. I don't want to shake your hand. I'm like, I need that, dude. I need that handshake. I need to beat whatever you got. I need to get it and beat it and fucking, I need the germs. I like the germs because it keeps me from getting sick.
Jimmy,
Yes, sir.
how you doing, man?
All right. How are you?
Fantastic. Today I'm just doing regular service. So we come here once a week and skim the pool for release, skim the surface, check the chemicals, do a really good vacuum, empty the skimmer basket, clean the tile. Just a regular old service. This is the easy part. This is the enjoyable part. Low stress. Watch the net glide through the water and just enjoy the sounds of the water.
What is that? That's a vacuum?
Yep. It's gonna pick up all the dirt on the ground or on the bottom of the pool. And instead of it going into his filter, we're utilizing our own pump and filter to keep his system running longer. A lot of people like these portable vacuums because of that. It puts all the dirt in my filter instead of theirs. The view of the military base. It's nuts, dude.
So that's what the military base looks like.
Yep. You could hear massive explosions, bomb testing, and just really cool convoys of tanks and military vehicles going up and down the 62 freeway. Helicopter convoys of Apache helicopters and all kinds of cool stuff. How you doing, boss?
Stuff I'm not working as hard as you, but
Yeah.
I sit on my ass all day to do it.
I'm on the hustle today.
Hey, sometime in the next few weeks, you think we can check our filters?
Absolutely.
I can get them out and change them, but I can't get that damn thing to seal.
Oh, I can, dude. I've got an impact drill, dude, and I'll clean the O-ring real good and
All right.
make sure it's seated properly and crank it down nice and tight. You'll be all right.
But yeah, I can't. I said
Well, that's why you got me.
I can take it apart. You know, that's what I'm good for. So yeah, just put on your desk card.
I've got a tag along today, not to worry.
That's all right.
Yeah,
You gotta have somebody to go for lunch, right?
Yeah.
All right, kids, stand
Hey, have a good one, Jimmy.
You too.
If it wasn't for this job, man, I'd weigh like 300 pounds.
And so like a pull drain, like from the first place, like how much would that go for, like more or less?
I sold it to him for $500,
Okay.
and
That's nice.
just to drain the pool, I sold it for $500, and the chlorine wash was $250.
Okay. The jacuzzi too, or?
No.
That-
So
that
$750
includes- yeah.
total for pool and spa, drain and chlorine wash,
Yeah.
and then I did a new filter,
Uh-huh.
which my cost was like $1,300, and I did a
For the new-
50% markup. So that would be about $600 profit on the. So I'll walk out like what, like $1,300 on the job
Okay.
in a couple days. Been doing like an hour work each day or whatever, you know. In 3 days, I should walk out with like $1,300, which is
nice.
that's cheddar. That's cheddar.
That's where the money's made.
Yep. They said something like the service industry or the trade industry is like really dead for like people. Like it's like there's nobody wanting to become a mechanic or plumber or
Get into the
electrician.
trades, yeah.
And they said trades, like running your own service company, man, it's like you can make as much as lawyers now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my buddy, he's
Without
got
the
a-
schooling, yeah.
yeah.
Did you say you did like 210 last year or something like that?
I did,
Yeah, that's good,
yeah, dude.
That's what a doctor makes almost.
Yeah, and I'm already, what is it? January, February, March, April. I'm 4 months in, and I'm already over 100 grand
Mm-hmm.
this year.
Wow.
So if that trajectory continues, I should hit 300K.
Is it from like maybe like doing like is it tile jobs or?
It was
like
the
repairs?
remodel.
Oh,
I sold the remodel for 20 grand.
Nice.
So that's how I did like 40,000 last month.
Yeah.
I did like 20 grand between repairs and service, and then the remodel. So service, repair, and remodel last month, I almost like total monthly revenue was like almost 40,000. You know, dude, for being like how I grew up and
Yeah.
how I was raised and everything, like it's a fucking blessing, man.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I could be stuck in McDonald's right now, bro.
Hell yeah, man.
I got the filters.
Okay.
I didn't put them in yet.
Okay.
They're with me.
Okay. I'll slap them in right now if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, because I've got a tool that's like
Okay.
it makes it super easy, you know.
Odd because it
So
takes forever. Thank you.
you're very welcome. Starting to look a little better.
Oh yeah, it looks way better.
This was the one that was green.
Yeah. A lot of people in 29 Palms will let the pool service go in the winter time because they're not really using the pool that much. So it's not uncommon for, people to like get the pools up and running like come the, summer season, spring. They got some new filters, so I'm gonna go get my impact drill from the truck, and then we'll take out the old filters, which is gonna be really nice for the pool. Super sweet. Those filters appear to be like original to the tank. When I get a new pool, first thing I do is take the filters apart because I want to make sure they're clean. and I noticed they're pretty beat up. So I sent her a proposal, and they asked if they could order some online, save some money, and I said absolutely. Man, those are heavy and full of nasty dog hair. I just cleaned them last week when I was here on Monday. So that's 1 week of the dogs swimming. This is, it's not an Airbnb, but this is, they got dogs. And so make sure my O-ring's flush and clean. I want to rotate the lid. When it's open, you want to make sure where it's squirting, taking consideration the direction of the valve in the sprayer. Let it rip. Once it fires up and I've determined that my seal and clamp is good, I'll let the air out. These sit here for like a backup set. I'll clean them on my next visit, spray them with muriatic acid, and use them as like an emergency backup. I'm gonna do a real good job of pushing everything down to the bottom. We're supposed to get some winds. I kind of watch the weather and make decisions if I'm gonna do a full service. This one we're just gonna do a brush and net. Kind of like a prep. We'll push any dirt on the steps. We'll push down to the bottom for next week. And plus I got Pablo. So I'll bring Pablo over here and set him up next week with a portable vacuum. And while he's vacuuming this one, I'll go next door and do that one. My buddy Matt taught me that. When he would take me to work, man, I'd get my ass handed to me. He would make me do everything. But it makes sense now, you know? While I was doing whatever I was doing, he was running estimates in the truck. Or when I picked this thing up, it was pretty green and it hasn't gotten to 100% yet. Probably should have drained it. I was trying to be cost effective for the client and flip the body of water with service and chemical versus draining and chlorine washing. Save them some money, but it's taking a little bit of time to flip everything, and it gets hammered pretty hard too. They're swimming every week, the kids, the dogs. But every week it looks a little better.
Yeah.
Now we got new filters, so this should be the last week where it looks a little off, if that makes sense. Now focusing on the big picture, not just some dirt in the pool. Not too concerned about that. Algae flow, filtration, ripping. You can see rip curls on the surface of the jacuzzi. So this thing is moving now.
Yeah.
And it's filtering. It's gonna look really nice. Take my equipment back to the truck, grab a few tabs to put in here before I leave, and that's it. And that algicide built in there, and you might think I'm crazy put that many tabs, but when you got big old dogs swimming and people just raping the pool, that's what you got to do to survive.
Just gonna toss these in. Oh, you know I'm gonna do another gallon too. More the merrier. This pool's done. They recommended me to these people. Picked her up about a month ago. Her pump was leaking. So I offered some assistance and kind of finished the install. And then they referred me to her, and then she referred me to the pool liner that we measured. These first people, I think they found me on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, I put up ads, and I did a nice one for 29 Palms Facebook group. Some American flag emoji. Guess it caught their eye. Well, here's the pump I put in. I put this coupler on right here. That's called a fitting extender. Now it's set, no leaks. Yeah, that's the nice thing, you know, just working for, you know, good people, nice homes. About $350 a month for an Airbnb versus
Okay.
$100 or $200.
Yeah.
You know, or you know, $150. I think the lowest I've gone is like I've got a few clients in La Quinta for $125 a month. They've got nice salt systems.
Yeah.
They're not too.
The salt systems are easier on you?
Yeah, salt systems are really nice. Yeah. Hello. How you doing? Good to see you. What's that?
Did you have a good Easter?
Oh, it was really nice. Yeah. How was yours?
Good. I had so much fun. So it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's so cool. But yeah, the salt systems are nice, you know, because you've got that constant production of chlorine, you know. And so. All the service calls from the weekend taken care of. Appointments are usually in the mornings and stuff like that. So it's going to start tapering off and smoothing out. Well, I was going to come over here and clean pools, but as usual, I've got 2 service calls from Field Trip Management. One pool is not heating and one pool is just dirty. So maybe we'll hit these 2 more service calls, and that'll probably put us close to the 4 o'clock hour where we can start tapering off today, because check-ins are at 4 o'clock, and so usually after 4 o'clock you don't get any more service calls, and you kind of feel safe to head home. Monday's always kind of heavy on the service calls, because if I'm not available on the weekend, then whatever service calls came in on a Saturday or Sunday, I have to rectify on a Monday. And as the week progresses, it smooths out, you know. So it's always like busy in the beginning of the week, and then I finally start to catch up on service in the middle of the week, and then towards the end of the week, more service calls will come in as people check in. Airbnb,
Okay.
Field Trip Properties. There's a check-in at 4 o'clock, and reports of bugs and dirt and debris. So I'm going to pull out the portable pool vacuum and lay down a really nice vacuum and get this thing ready for check-in for 4 o'clock. So yeah, every year we get basically a super bloom. So after the winter rains, then we get the springtime heat, and that causes everything to bloom and flower. And with all of that comes an abundance of bugs and butterflies and moths and mosquitoes. And so you get lots of service calls before check-in, like, hey, Kevin, there's, you know, we got a bunch of bugs, you know?
it's all about, the guest experience, just giving them the best experience. This is a national park town. One of the busiest national parks, I think. We get about 2 to 3 million visitors a year for the Joshua Tree National Park. Bookings are really ramping up right now, and you gotta really put in the extra work. And then it'll start to taper off and get real hot, and everybody disappears, and then next thing you know, you're like the only guy out here. There's no one,
Very relaxed.
nobody around for miles. It's just a challenging time. A lot of people swimming, a lot of bookings, and it's getting hot. Weather's up and down. Let them know we're ready for check-in. 55 pools, and you can see how difficult it is to stay on schedule as the owner-operator, bouncing around doing heater installs and diagnosing and all the extracurriculars aside from cleaning pools. And I've got a marker system too. If the pools are yellow or green, we mark them yellow or green. That way we know that they need another service. The heater is shutting down at 99 degrees. It's shutting down at 99 degrees because they have the set point, the set temperature on the heater itself, the heater control board at 100. It needs to be set to 104. All I do is go from 100 to 1, 2, 3, 4 and send them a picture of before and after. So I get a lot of service calls like that where it's just settings issues. And it's because this app right here, GreenLogic from Pentair, they give the guests this app and allow them remote access to the swimming pool. And so when they come over here, they drink and they party and get fucked up and start pushing buttons and fucking with shit. And they're like, oh, Kevin, this doesn't work and that doesn't work. And it's like, it's all settings, dude. And I come over here, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. Have a nice day, pool's up and running. And this is technically like property manager shit. You know what I mean? Like if you're running a property, like if you're a property manager for Airbnb, like you need to understand these systems. And but I think I'm so responsive that they're just like, hey Kev, we got a problem. And I'm like, 15 minutes, bam, around the corner, and then I go boom, 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 done, back up and running. And they're like, okay, that's faster than what they could do. You know what I mean? They'd be scratching their heads or something. So it's nice when you're able to fix a problem in 2 seconds. It's almost at the 4 o'clock hour, which means everybody's pretty much checked in for the day, and all the complaints from the weekend and the day have all been put to rest. Dude, check it out, baby. After a long, hard day of work, they're right there waiting for me. So we started off with draining the pool for the new client. We picked up the new heater, installed the new heater, figured out what was going on, why the heater wasn't working originally. It was the earthquake device that the plumbing company installed on the gas meter. We did the service calls in the high desert for the heater that wasn't working, that was just a settings issue. We did a filter where we just swapped out some filters that there was an extra set from the usage. It was just getting clogged up and needed a quick filter swap, so got those jets up and running. Cleaned like 4 pools today. So for a Monday, dude, it's pretty, typical to have a day like today. We're home. We're past check-in hour. The phone's quiet. I've got no service calls coming in at the moment. Kids are out here playing. Wife's getting ready to take the daughter to cheer practice. That's about it, man. Appreciate you guys watching and tagging along and seeing what the daily life of a licensed swimming pool contractor in the state of California is like. And hope to see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Cheers.